Welcome back. So I'm going to do this one a little different because I was myself. The only game I really want to use myself is in Thingamy. Now I'm going to do this a little differently. To make this a bit more interesting, we're going to do Impact Wrestling has been taken over by Paul Heyman. See, I could have brought Paul Heyman in because he's only an exclusive pay-per-view deal with WWE. So user talents, I'm going to go for default. And I'm going to select him as my avatar. So he is now my avatar. So I can have him take over WWE. We're not going to. We're going to have him in a shock fashion. If I can actually remember how to do all this. Because I thought this would be more interesting. Instead of just going straight back, we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to do it a little differently. So, those shows, Paul Heyman. I love this. Impact. Paul Heyman became the new head of Impact last night, somehow managing to grab the reins of power in one lightning-fast move. Insiders and investors alike are said to be rewarded with one leading analyst being heard to remark, "What the beep just happened?" You obviously know what that word is. So I need to be Cyrus. So Tyrus has got big morale. Now, I am not a fan of Tyrus. So what I do is I go on here and I go, frick off Tyrus. Bye-bye Tyrus, okay? Now, I need to be signed a thing. Eddie Edwards has entered his time on EJ and Ray Phoenix have. Scott Demore benefit from having his gimmick change. You have no storylines running with the heavily mainstream product you expect to have something. You comment below that. That's fine. So, I'm going to have a look at my broadcasting at the moment, alright? So, at the moment, we're on Bell TV, Direct TV, In Demand, Dish America, and Global Wrestling Network. See, now, if we do this logically, we're not going to we could get money for our events if they're good on these networks, or we can stick with local network. Same with this. Now I say we keep local network for the TV shows because they can't, they don't affect anything. But on pay-per-view, we'll negotiate with our own thing, and we'll cancel a deal for the events and keep it on pay-per-view for now. Not what I did in the previous one. I'm just saying. Now I will deal with this off camera, but I'll have monthly events because I like monthly events. Everything will be, for now, 3.5 hours. I'm going to say is plenty length enough. Right, what I do now is I auto-push the roster. I then go through the roster and I see where everyone is positioned. So, Austin Aries, Eddie Edwards, Eli Drake, Johnny Impact, Joseph Parks, and Scott Steiner. Fuck off. Simple. We do not want him in the company now. I like Joseph Parks. He's a great wrestler, but I'm going to change him up to be my favourite wrestler. And I'm going to change that picture because that picture is awful. I think that's when he was in with Rosemary and that, if you remember. So this is going to be a special episode of this where I show you. Is that the only Abyss picture we have? Oh God. Right. Okay then. That's the only Abyss picture we've got. Which is not normal. I normally have loads, but that's fine. We'll keep him as it is. But yeah, split personality. Yeah, we'll keep him as a split personality. Split personality Abyss is not bad. So I know that I want to keep certain wrestlers. Certain wrestlers are going to be released. So I'm going to go through the roster. I'm going to have a look. See, Brian Cage definitely sticking around. DJZ sticking around. Matt Sydal, Homicide, Moose, and Callahan all sticking around. I need to get Moose tied down really. So. What we'll do is we'll get him on a written deal because we can do that. I want to get at least a few people on written deals to start off with so we can start doing thingy. Caleb Connolly, as many of you might not have realised in the previous game, he was the Suicide and he will be the Suicide in this game. He is currently playing Suicide and Impact, so for me that's very important. Schindler Park is not going to be Schindler Park because even Abyss don't work very well. I don't know if they will in this game, but he'll go under his real name, Ethan Page. And he's not going to have a manager. I said assign none. Save. Thank you. So you got Dave, Chris, Jake, Chris, Jimmy Jacobs, KM, Peter Williams, Ray Phoenix, Suicide, Trevor Lee. Anyone I want to release in here? KM. Yes, KM could frick off. I was using him in the previous one, but I don't like KM at all. I only had him because he was on the roster. Jimmy Jacobs and Congo Kong. I don't know if they're going to work well, but hey ho. Grado definitely staying, Congo Khan staying, Ortiz staying, Pentagon Jr. I don't know why he's so low, but his popularity in America is not representative of him at all. But we're going to keep him as champion and we'll keep pushing him as a main eventer. Desmond Xavier, Falabar, and these are the people I will get rid of. Anyone related to this freaking Desi Hit Squad are going. Okay, that is end of the argument. Anyone related to Desi Hit Squad are gone, including their manager guy. I don't understand it. Women's Division, Alicia, Ali, Dominator, Casey, Spinell, Rosemary, Sienna, Tara, Winter. That's fine. We've got a nice little Women's Division. I ain't going to add to that for now. I know I did last time, but that was me dicking around, really. And you are gone, you old freak. Conan, I know for a fact, will leave us if we don't give him a written deal, because he ends up going to another company, which was annoying because I had a brilliant storyline of them versus OVE with Homicide as well, and Conan managing them. Announce to Josh Matthews. Yeah, we'll keep Josh Matthews around. You know, I don't normally say yes, let's keep Josh Matthews, but we're going to keep this as realistic as possible. You know, Paul Heyman's coming. He's got a bit of money with him, behind him, so he's going to do what he can. Oh, look at me. I'm a colour commentator. Aha! So I'm going to be sat at a commentation station with Josh Matthews, which is quite cool. Referees. I love this about Impact. We only have one referee on the show, which is Brandon Torley. So we'll deal with it. So this gives you an idea of where you need to look at where you need to expand your roster. Because there's two problems with this roster. No one has noticed them yet. But no authority figure, that's fine. We don't need one. We have one on commentary. Don Callis, Scott Demore. Can I get away with releasing him? It's only Peter Williams for getting annoyed. Before, when I released him, it was everyone. Oh, God. And only personalities. Josh Brown. Piss off. Yep, and Sanjay Dutt. Now, for some reason, I don't know what it is about Sanjay Dutt, but he's an active wrestler with a person. Now, if I negotiate this, be whatever is needed, he'll still go in the personality position. For some reason, I don't know what it is about him in Impact who, you know. So I'm just going to set it to be exclusively in Winwork and see if that will make a difference. That's why he didn't appear on the previous series, because I like him. So we've already decided that he's staying, so we're going to give him a contract. We'll give him a written contract just because it's Eli Drake. And we'll do the same for Phoenix as well. I'll probably give everybody on the roster a written contract because we're a court-size company, which I've set the company up to be because I think that's about right for Impact's popularity throughout the States. Peter Williams has morale issues. Well, he can frick off. He might, you know, I was going to give him an Impact title, but we'll give him a little bit of a dosh to make him a bit happier. There we go. So you have no storylines, blah, 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 blah. That's fine. Now, our biggest problem in Impact is this. We only have 2 tag teams, and I like to have at least 6 because that makes an interesting tag team division. That is a problem. I don't understand why that does that. But we've got no tag team champions because I got rid of Scott Steiner because it was Eli Drake and Scott Steiner. They're gone. So, you know, just let me fix Pentagon Jr. Just push and to be quite honest, if you look at our roster now, Dark Dragon, Pentagon Jr. No, I'm joking. He's still known as Pentagon Jr., which is weird. Pentaval 0M, 0 Fear. That's what I want. I'm going to push him as a main eventer. So our roster at the moment, we've got 26. We need you know, you remember it's 26. We've got 34, but we've got a 2-hour TV show a week, and we've got Explosion to do. I'm not going to do what I did with the X Division, where I'll keep it as a separate thing on this side, because that's a bit boring. I don't know how long this video is going to go on for. This is the first time I've done this since coming back to. I think you have to bear with me. So I know some of the wrestlers we want to get. You know, we want to bring back some of the old faces, and the people we're going to sign for now are going to be unwritten because we want to entice them. Say, hey, look, we're a good company. Come back to us. So we're going to bring back Jay Lethal. I would like to bring in some tag teams. How I do tag teams is I look around the wrestling industry. Now, one tag team you guys saw in the previous save make their appearances on Impact, who I adore from England, are hashtag CCK. So Chris Brooks and Kid Lycos, they did win the CZW tag team titles, but didn't get to defend them when they won a miniature underground. They didn't get to defend them because I think they were injured at the time when I think Kid Lycos got injured. So they're going to be coming in under written deals because, yeah, it's all right, all well and good hiring them, but you want to get your new people in and done. Now, is there anybody else I would like? Sweet Jesus, William Eva and Cook Mambo. Yeah, so we can't get them. That's fine. we'll keep an eye out for them at some point. So I do look at Ring of Honor now. My problem with doing bringing in, I would like to bring the Young Bucks and that in, and I'm going to bring the Young Bucks in. But my worry with bringing the Young Bucks in is, are they going to get that push towards that main event scene straight away? Are they going to be put up in the main event? So I will bring them in, but if they get pushed towards the main event, I always push them one below that, so they always get pushed as an upper mid carder, just because, you know, it's easier for us to book stuff. And I'll show you that I will never ever ever have heel faces turned on in a company, so I'll be making sure that's turned off. I don't want the Briscoes. You know what, Briscoes as well, and that leaves us with one more tag team. I do know what tag team I'm bringing in. I'm going to bring them back to Impact because they have appeared on Impact before. One of them got injured. I forgot to do this. I'll bring the Briscoes in because the Briscoes were great for Impact last time. I know that, you know, putting everybody on written deals is a bit of a ludicrous idea, but we'll see. And the other team, I'll have to go to Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, and then hopefully people know who I'm bringing in. I'm bringing in Reno Scum. They're a good tag team, and Stone and Lust of the Legend. They're a good little tag team, so they're good fun to have around, and they're great for people to do. So now we've got our tag team division sorted. We've got our 6 tag teams, but our main roster's lacking. So we need more wrestlers. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go for a wrestler, any to any. I'm just going to go for who you know, and who is active or anything like that. Exactly. A star. I'm going to go for a star. And then we're going to have a look and see. So you got people like AJ who we can't bring in because he's written. We could get Chris Jericho, even though he's regretted. Daniel Bryan's written. Can we bring him out of? So we can get Dave Batista out of hiatus and bring him back to Impact. I'm guaranteed that that's going to work. I'm going to bring back Dave Batista. Is that a good idea or not? I don't know. Hulk Hogan. Shall we bring Hogan back to Impact? Hell no. That was a joke. Steen. So you go through, you shortlist these people, because you know when their WWE contracts are coming up, you can get on board and get them written. Michaels. He's a development and roid agent. Stephanie McMahon, Steve Austin, Out the Business, Undertaker. Written, Vince McMahon. So they're the sort of people you want. We've only got one. That's fine. Bill Goldberg, definitely not bringing in. Strowman will shortlist. White will shortlist. Or anyone you see who you can't hire, you just shortlist them because you know you want them at some point. Dusty Rhodes is Grady Guerrero, rest in peace, you two. Edge, Bischoff, Virgil the Vet, I know we can't bring in. I'd love to bring him in. Kurt Angle, written. Kane, written. Mick Foley's a personality, he's retired. Paul Heyman is me. Sheamus as well, we can't bring in. Nakamura. The one person I want to bring in, I know I won't be able to bring in. Now, he's on hiatus. Can we bring Sting back as a authority figure? Yes, he's going to accept that. So we're going to have Sting on as a authority figure for Impact. I think having Sting as an authority figure is going to help us immensely. Now, well known. Let's see who we're going to get for well known. Big E, Booker T, Cesaro, Cage, Dave Finley, Dolph Ziggler. Now, I do know for a fact that Dolph Ziggler's contract's coming up, and that means we can jump in with an offer quick on Dolph. That's something I did know. Bring Hardy back at some point. Jerry Lawler, he's written. John Layfield. See, now this is someone that I would love to bring in for colour commentary for Impact. It's someone I forgot about, who, you know, I thought would be quite fun to have as a colour commentator in Impact. So he's coming in. Kofi Kingston, he'll be good for the X Division at some point. RJ Singh, or Raji Singh. Ricky Steamboat. Now, Rob Van Dam is a semi-active wrestler, so he's not very good. We can bring in Ryan Rivas, aka the big guy. That's why I brought him in last time. So you can see how my, you know, planning for this sort of stuff comes about. It's going through, it's looking at who you can bring in at that time in those positions. And, yeah, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. I'll have to have a look into why. Because we should be able to sign... we should be able to sign Thingamy. Not Thingamy, I'm calling it Thingamy. We should be able to sign Chris Jericho. So, you know, I'm going to shortlist these people because these people could be good for us at some point in the future. We're going to negotiate with Cody. See if Cody wants to come along and come and join us for the roller coaster ride that is Impact. We're going to bring him in. Elias Samson is, up in the cart. Jeez. And I'm going to be doing this for another series as well. I'm going to be doing a... we'll bring Rey Mysterio in. We're also going to bring some Mysterio. If we can get these people in, we're going to bring them in. That's the end of the argument. We're going to keep that as covered. Not looking. You have to take. Okay. Everything except house show. That's fine. Don't mind that. Freaking hell. No, I don't mind that. So I'll be doing a WWE series, and they will be a modern day WWE series, and that will be rotating with this series of Impact. So this new series I'm setting up with you guys today, which is going to be a special video going out tonight. I'm not going to edit it or anything. Is going to be our thing. Now this is where the fun begins now, because we can see some of the names. Now I suggest when we're doing this, we've got to bring EC3 back in, and we've got to bring Drew Galloway. Is it? Oh, okay. So it must have been edited as a random. He's on hiatus. Can we bring back David Richards? Of course we can bring back David Richards. The good thing about this is if we do this, we can start doing house shows quite quickly. Also, having him back might help with our tag team division, which is not what I want to do, but you never know what's going to happen. Hopefully someone I really want on the roster, which is a load of, another one who we should be able to sign who's saying it's not viable for him. We'll bring back Mr. Anderson. He might be very useful. Now, I will change it so he is an active wrestler, because he's not an occasional wrestler, semi-active wrestler. He's a proper wrestler. He does work everything. So we'll shortlist you. And shortlist you. There's Wanda Rousey. I'm coming. Okay. So it's bringing in the people. Once I've done this and I've got the people I want, I will then. Everyone knows I bring in Ted DiBiase when I can. Ted DiBiase Jr. when I can, because Ted DiBiase Jr. is a freaking amazing wrestler. I absolutely adore him. So having him on Impact for me is Nation Polypress. So what I also do now is, because in case I've missed anyone, is I go to hire. And when I get down to this, I always do that, because you never know who's going to be coming up. You see, like someone like Enzo and Moy might be fun. Oh, Hebner. Fuck it. I actually won't be able to bring before Hebner in for reasons that will become clear later. I could know. Who the frick are you? Stevens, he's an on hiatus as well. So we could probably get him back. It might be quite cool to see him back. And this is the joys of being a court-sized company, as you can go, oh, you're on hiatus, are you? Do you want to come back to wrestling? Yeah, Ken Shamrock, freaking 54 years old. Jeez. We're going to bring James Storm back. So this is why I do this, because I've missed James Storm out, and I think James Storm is a great, guy to put on. So what we're going to do now is we've got a decent looking selection of wrestlers who are going to be coming in doing some work for us. I'm going to bring Christico in because I can do a storyline with him and Thingy. Bully Ray, freaking hell. And this is why I do this, because I'm noticing wrestlers that I want on my roster. And, now I've done that, I'm going to have a look at something a bit more interesting, as I'm going to turn off any popularity, at least, and I'm just going to go for a referee. And the problem with this now is you're going to get that. Now, I suggest when you're doing this, can work in the States, and, who's active can work in the States. So you're going to get all the best referees. I'm going to bring in Brian Hebler, because he's formerly Impact referee. He's going to do the house shows for us. I'm going to bring in Todd Sinclair from Ring of Honor. I'm going to be very cool to Ring of Honor and take all of their everything except house shows. Yeah. So anyone who says they work from Ring of Honor, I'm going to nick them. Because anyone who works for Ring of Honor is a good referee, in my opinion. And I don't know who works for Ring of Honor nowadays, because I haven't watched Ring of Honor in years. I do have Jimmy Cordes in most of my saves. I do believe he even is our referee for Legion Pro Wrestling. But, his age, he just wants to do them. So that's the only thing he'll work here on. Brian Gore. There we go. I knew it was someone else. I knew they had two. So Brian Gore's going to be leaving. And that's basically how you set the roster up. Now, what you do then is I normally just cancel all my TV deals. I don't know if I've already done that. As I said, I'm going to just keep Global Force and the Impact on the thing. So I'll go through and cancel these. But what I will do is I'm going to cancel the deals. And I will sort out a pay-per-view, the next pay-per-view event. And that is where I will come in either when everybody's signed and working. But I'm not going to do that this time. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to cancel everything for these. And then I'm going to come back with the next pay-per-view, which I'm going to say will be Slammiversary because of how I set things up. So if we start from Slammiversary, so that's in June. So 1, 2, so you got, I'll work it out. But yeah, so you go 1, 2, 3, pay-per-view, 1, 2, 3, pay-per-view, 1, 2, 3, big pay-per-view. So then you have your big four set out like that. So I will get that sorted, and I'll see you back here after the special episode with next week. So don't forget, you've got this. So before this goes out, you'll have. I don't know which one's which. I'm going to probably get rid of that one. You've got Let the Raw Begin, IPW, Local to Global, and Fun and Star Rebirth. Before you get the first episode of this with all the people we've signed, and I'll see you guys back here again. Thank you for watching this setup video. I'm sorry that I'm restarting the save, but for me, it wasn't working out. So hopefully you guys understand. And we'll see you back here again very soon. Thank you for watching.